Hey guys, Patrick Perfect here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. On this video, I want to discuss my experience trading the forex market this week, the mistakes I made trading this week, and the lessons I've got to learn trading the forex market this week. So I welcome you to this video. Sit tight and enjoy. So first off, if you're a forex trader, I'm pretty sure you're aware that this week is NFP week. NFP standing for non-farm payroll. Non-farm payroll data gets released every first Friday of the month. Non-farm payroll is an economic data released in the US that measures the number of workers in the United States, excluding workers in the farming sector, the private sector, and non-profit sector. Okay, and during NFP week like this, the market tends to be very volatile, and for most part, it does not commit to one direction. You get to see a lot of volatility, price spiking up and down, taking out traders and grabbing liquidity. So this week, my trading, I would say, didn't go too well for me. Now, what happened? First, I started the week by posting content, by putting myself out there, putting my analysis out there, creating a Telegram channel, and posting the trades I take on that channel. Now, this is the first time I'm doing something like this. This is the first time ever in my life I'm doing this. And it will shock you to know that my previous week trading the financial market, I was hitting the profit back to back. Like, I was trading consistently, like I was profitable. And this week I said, okay, let me start putting myself out there. Let me put my analysis out there. Start creating content, forex content, and content that will help anyone in the journey to becoming financially free. So I created a Telegram channel. I started calling trades, not like calling trade, but yeah, explaining trade ideas and just documenting my journey on that channel. And guys, from the first trade I started calling, like that I called in that channel, till up to today, all my trades were hitting stop loss. Like previously, dating back, I was hitting TP, I was trading well, but now I'm putting myself out, putting my analysis out, calling these trades out, posting the screenshot, and bro, I've just been hitting SL. And the word that got to me most was the one that happened on, I think, on Thursday, where I was shorting the Euro JPY, and this market has gone up to give me a 1 to 2 weeks reward, and I decided to like scale in more positions, go in with more risks. Initially, I do risk 1% per trade on every trade I take. I risk 1%. And on this particular trade, I decided to add positions, thereby exposing my account to, like, say 5% was exposed on my low JPY trade, and this trade just went. Like, if you see the volatility during that trading, man, it was crazy. So I ended up losing more than, say, 5% of what I was risking. Why? My first trade, I risked 1%, and I had a stop loss set for that one. Now, the new trade I was adding, that was scaling in positions, I had a mental stop loss for this trade, but I did not like put them on my MT5. I did not execute this stop loss on my MT5. And when the trade started pulling against me, my first position I entered got stopped out. It got closed. Now, these other positions that I have entered, I did not set the stop loss. I was telling myself, okay, price get to this level, I'm going to like close this position. But man, mental stop loss hardly work in this game of trading, especially if you are starting out. Like, if you are still struggling, you are not yet very consistent and very successful in the industry. You get? So by not setting stop losses for these new positions that I entered on my Euro JPY trade, the trade went against me and I ended up losing close to 10% of my account. Okay, I lost like close to 10% of my account, and I felt bad because I've always been like a fan of risk management, a fan of risking little to get more. But as you all know, you have to like add to your winners and cut your losses. In this case, I was adding to my winners, yeah, because when I was adding to my winners, price haven't got to my overall ticket, so I was confident adding to my winners, okay. And unfortunately, this trade did not play out. It took me out in loss, and I learned my mistake the hard way. I ended up losing say like 10% on the trade, and it is what it is. So moving up, I'll keep on sharing my analysis. I'll continue calling to it on my Telegram channel, which I just created. If you're not part of that channel yet, you can join the channel Trade It Perfect with the link in the description below. It's a newly created channel where I post my analysis, I post trade information, forex trading information content that will help you become a consistently profitable trader. I'm on a journey to becoming a consistently profitable trader, and taking you guys with you is one of my goal. I want you watching me to become consistently profitable, and that is one of my goal. Like it's deep inside me to see so many traders, so many struggling traders come out from that struggle to becoming consistent traders. Now, after taking these losses, what are the lessons I learned trading the financial market? Now, the first lesson I learned is this idea of mental stop. Take it out of your game plan. If you're a struggling trader, if you are still on the journey to becoming a consistently profitable trader, always set stop loss order on every trade you take. You must do that. To become a consistently profitable trader, you have to take risk management very seriously. Risk management will help you become consistently profitable. And setting mental stop losses will not guarantee a successful risk management plan if you are still struggling. So accepting your risks before taking any trade and setting that stop loss order as you place that trade, it will ensure you do not blow your account very easily, and it will ensure profitability in the long run. So if you're a struggling trader that don't like setting stop loss order on your trades, please, I want you to become consistently profitable. Please start doing that on each of your trades. One of the things that have helped me to see changes a bit in my trading is setting stop loss order and not risking too much of a position per trade. Like I said earlier, I trade just 1% of my capital. I reach just 1% of my capital per trade. So, and I go for risk to reward of at least 1 to 3. Some trade I get to go for 1 to 5, depending on how the move goes. And I'll tell you that setting stop loss orders have helped my trading. In situations where I am wrong, I get to lose very little. And in situations where I'm right, I get to like maximize my wins, and I get to like make good money from that setup. Now, as a trader, you need to understand that losses are part of the game. In trading, you are sure going to take losses, series of losses. Now, for me, I trade a concept where I go for high risk to reward. Maybe I'm risking 1%, I tend to target like 5% or even more on some trades. Now, trading this type of strategy, or should I say concept, it allows me to risk very little of my account. Therefore, I tend to I lose trades. Like I can go losing like 3 trades in a row just to win one trade. Now, I'm on a journey to becoming a consistently profitable trader, and getting like the right entry for my trades is something I'm really working on right now. Now, I've backtested my system whereby and entries is something that I really need to work on and really need to be good at. Now, when price gets to my entry, if I go in with 1%, sometimes price stops me out and move in my favor. Now, I get to notice this from my back test and even for testing this concept. And I've got to understand that, bro, for most times on a setup, I let's say this setup is playing out today. My max risk for today is going to be like 3%. So what happens is, if I go in on this setup with 1% and eventually this market stops me out, I wait for more confirmation. Most times, after stopping me out, it tends to go in my favor. So me now sitting on my hands, not taking this trade because I've taken stop loss already. No, I'll simply wait, and now when price is ready to move, I jump in for another trade. Eventually, the second trade does not go in my favor, and price stops me out because my stop loss are not usually that big, because I go for a 1 to 5, 1 to 3 weeks to reward, and the system I trade does not require me to set that much of a stop loss, that wide of a stop loss. So sometimes when price gets my point of interest or area of value, as most traders will call it, it tends to play around that level. And for me not to miss that move, I get to enter that position. Most times trade goes in my favor immediately, and sometimes it's going to take me out and then go. Or sometimes if you just play there, and while playing there, most traders, they get to blow accounts just when price is giving them that different rejection before moving in their favor. For me, one of the ways I've used to mitigate this is by having a maximum daily drawdown, which for me is 3%, and per trade I risk just 1%. So if price is in my point of interest and I go in on this trade with 1%, if price takes me out, I wait and I go in again for another 1%. If I get stopped out, then I need to wait more to get a better confirmation. Otherwise, I do not take that setup. So with this, I've been able to understand that taking losses are part of the game. You can have a very sweet setup that will play out, that will come to your point of interest, give you your confirmation, and play out as you'd want it to happen. But it is still possible that price will get to your point of interest. You will enter this trade and price will most likely take you out, maybe because your stop loss is tight. Sometimes price will take you out and move in your direction and move in your favor. You get? So we do not know what is going to happen. Yeah, we do not know what is going to happen. So having a predefined stop, a predefined amount you risking per trade is going to help you become a consistently profitable trader. And you need to understand that losses are part of the game. You have to keep your risks standard For me, I risk 1%. In any setup, it's just 1%. So if I'm having a bad trading day or a bad trading week, pardon, I get to like I don't get to lose very much because I'm risking just 1%. And for you to blow your account risking 1%, almost that should be like you losing 100 trades. And doing that in a week, yo, bro, it's almost impossible. Okay. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for sticking with me. My name is Patrick Perfect, and I welcome you once again to my YouTube channel, Patrick Perfect Present. On this channel, like I said, I'm going to be dishing out a lot of value to you all that are on the journey to becoming financially free and that are using forex trading as a vehicle to becoming financially free. For you all that are not forex traders, I implore you to watch my content, as I'll also be sharing content relating to personal development and other contents that are going to bring you closer to achieving your goal of becoming financially free or becoming the best version of yourself. Thank you for watching today, and please do well to like, do well to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.